started here for game one. Here's Riley Green. And the series is underway. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider. Oh. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. Awesome play there. Stepping in, Dylan Dingler. High fly ball, right field. Garcia under it. That's out number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Two down, nobody on. To the right side. And that one handled. Whips it to first. That is the inning. Back here in Philadelphia. And taking the ball for Detroit, Eric Skubal. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all.
Well, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way. A solo shot. The Phillies score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
That one ripped, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, get that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do.
And a swing and a miss.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
1 on, nobody out, a run in here in game 1 of the NLDS. And down on strikes, 1 away. And now it's Alec Bohm. Line drive, base hit. Sosa headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Here's Harper now. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Here's Keith for 1, and that's 2. Game 1 of the division series. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Gleyber Torres. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Still able to get it there in time. So they get the first out of the inning. Here's Jahmai Jones. Sanchez. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Line to left. And that's just foul.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher booth, and throwing the pitch.
It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
2 away now. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Wenzel Perez now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Ground ball to Bohm. That's the inning. Bottom of the second. Here's the Phillies catcher, Jay31rodriguez. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. That one's in there. That is strike two.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You've got to be sharp.
Adolis Garcia, batting with one down, takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2.
That's out the corner.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. Now it's going to be Otto Kemp.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Skubal, 29 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2018. Two down, nobody on. Broken back ground ball to second. Keith, the underhand flip, and very nicely done for the out. Back at Citizens Bank Park, on to the third inning. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers.
Well, these Tigers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Brute.
Takes it in for the out. So up next, Colt Keith. Out towards right center field. Garcia moving under it. And there's two away. El Mago coming to the dish.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle. And with two outs, one swing can put you right back in this ballgame.
Two down, nobody on.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A solo shot. Back to the top of the Detroit order. Now the left fielder, Riley Green. Two down, bases empty, but one run across here in game one of the NLDS. Ripped on a line to center. And that'll do it. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Bottom of the inning. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
On the ground to third. Long throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Trey Turner now. And that drops in for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That's a ball.
On the ground to the left. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. The throw is late, and so they end up with some speed on at first. And here's Sosa to the plate. 1-for-1 with a double. And a run scored.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Man at first, one away. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save. Up and in, and the count's full. And ball 4 to aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Schwarber up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. And a big swing and a miss.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Dingler takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Runners on the move. On the ground. Baez. And that's the inning. Game 1 of the division series. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. And the tying run is on base.
Waste no time there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
That's the ball.
And that's in for a strike. And the count now even up. Got him swinging. 1 out, man at first. Gleyber Torres up to the plate.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
Now it's the second baseman, Jahmai Jones.
Nope, outside.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Strike 2. Grounded to third, could be 2. Throws to second for 1. On to first, double play. Bottom of the 4th, and now for the Phillies, Bryce Harper. Chop to the right side. Throw on to Torkelson. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here comes Real Muto. Went down on strikes his first time through. Strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Just off the inside corner. Ball 1.
Oh.
Stays alive. Set down on strikes. And that's 4 strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. Adolis Garcia digs in now. His first at bat was a strikeout. foul straight back. 0-1 down. And that one fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope, ball one.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the top of the 5th. Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers. This one in the air, center field. Crawford should have this one. And there's one away. Here comes Torque to the plate. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. That one fouled off.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Colt Keith. He's 0 for 1. Out towards right center field. Garcia has a beat on it and makes the grab. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
No.
And the slider just misses.
He's just missing with some pitches that, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Justin Crawford. That's to third. Throw on to Torkelson. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Trey Turner at the plate. This one in the air, right field. And that's the 3rd out. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Top. Sugar gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
The 0-1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one the other way, and there's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Pretty good changeup on the outside corner, but he did exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch. See it deep and keep your hands inside it to drive it the other way.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Here comes Baez around third. The relay, safe. We are tied at 2.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Dingler, the next to hit, takes ball one. Swing and a miss. Phillies fans want a strikeout. Ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get.
Here's Gleyber Torres. 1 for 2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Boom. Toss to second, and that's 2. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the sixth. And Mundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. On the ground to third, Keith. The throw to first, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Swing and a ball ripped down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. But it slices just foul.
There's a guy right there that really trusts his hands. I mean, you have to wait a little bit longer with the breaking ball. He did that, and he still had the power to drive it the other way. Just couldn't keep it fair.
All tied up here in game one of the NLDS. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. And here comes Alec Bohm.
Now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
That one ripped left field. That's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning. So Harper stands in. And that is cut on and missed. It's 0-1. Late swing, foul to the left. 0-2 now. Harper checks his swing, appeal to third, no swing. 1-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here in Philadelphia. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Ryan Kirkery. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Zach McKinstry. He represents the go-ahead run.
Well, these Tigers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. That gets by him. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Ground ball right side. Can't glove it cleanly. The flip, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. So digging in, Spencer Torkelson. Now A.J. Hinch making a move for Kevin McDonald.
That spot, he's looking to come through with that ball.
corners here. So a lefty out of the pen, Jose Alvarado.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. The batter now, Javier Baez. He's already homered in this game. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the seventh, Jay31rodriguez stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
As the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Wow, just a nice job. Chance to even this ball game out.
Puts a bunt down. They take the force out, and that is a big first out. So digging in now for Philadelphia. Grounded out a couple of times. Runner on the go. Fouls away the first offering. The Tigers trying to hold a one-run lead here in the late stages of game one. And a pitch out, but nothing going on.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Billy.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
That was the pitch to hit. Four-seam fastball instead of that sinker ball that makes you hit it on the ground. He missed a good one.
Now a pitch out to defend against the squeeze, but nothing going on. One down, Phillies down a run. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there. Up steps Trey Turner in a pivotal spot. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The Phils with the tying run at third. Go ahead run at first. Here at the bottom of the seventh. The next offering misses. 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
3-1 now. Runner on the go. The pitch is upstairs. Ball 4, and they're loaded.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving. Sets up a critical at-bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
Sosa in the box lays off for ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. 1-1 now. That one is upstairs.
Craig, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
In for a strike, and now just one pitch away from surviving the inning. And now he steps off. Big pitch coming. in position. And that is the third out of the inning. Game one of the division series. We go to the eighth. Javier Baez up now for the Tigers. Out towards right center field. Crawford on the move. He's got it. One pitch and one out. Back to the top of the order. Next to hit, Riley Green. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Sosa tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the eighth. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler. Check swing called strike, and that is strike 1.
That's the ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at
1. 2 down, nobody on. Check swing didn't go. The count now 2-2. In the air, right field. Garcia gets under it. And that is that. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Ready for the bottom of the eighth. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swings over the top of that one.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And there's one down. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. And that one is in for a strike. But foul wide of third. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Here's a 1-2. Check swing. Appeal to first. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. Here comes Bryce Harper. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And they get the out. Back at Citizens Bank Park. We go to the ninth. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Up the middle. Loves it on the dive. Over the first. But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Jonathan Bowman.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Check swing called strike, and it's 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Dirt, and the runner stays where he is. 1 out man at first. Here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. Just missed.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. The pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Here's a 2-1. Fouled off left side. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. Going. Oh! He hammers one out to center. Wenzel Perez, the next to hit. Up the middle. Oh, he goes it from his knees. The throw. He is safe. And that was bang, bang at first. One down. Kevin McGowan will hit next. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. And they're up by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Keith in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Well struck right field. And gone! A 2-run shot. It's their second home run of the inning. In the air to left center. And he can't make the play.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling out.
They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Now the number 2 hitter, Dylan Dingler. And that one is lifted in the air. Garcia on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Swing a high fly ball deep left field. That one back there. That's not coming back. Their 3rd home run of the inning. So 2 down. Gleyber Torres up now for the Tigers. And first offering is fouled off. This one high in the air to left center. Marsh moving on to this one. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom 9. JT stands in for the Phillies. He swings and fouls one off. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. And they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Garcia in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Late on that fastball.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Swing and a bouncer. Baez fires over to first. Phillies have just 1 out remaining. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That one ripped right center field. And that should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Crawford in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Madden 1 strike away from securing game 1. Swing and he popped it up. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll do it. The Tigers take game 1 on the road.
Well, this was was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ballgame to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
Well, Siggy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot